Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome. I'm Stuart McWhorter. I have the pleasure to serve as the Commissioner of the Tennessee Department of Economic and Community Development. What a great day in Oak Ridge. What a great day for Tennessee. Today's announcement is one that is so significant for the future of reliable and clean energy in our state. I'm excited to take part in announcing this milestone. It is my pleasure to announce our first speaker, who we are very fortunate to have as our governor, former business owner who understands the importance of economic development and jobs and changing lives for many Tennesseans. Since he took office in 2019, he's our biggest champion of advocating for high-quality job opportunities statewide. In his second term, he has made strategic investments in Tennessee's future, specifically when it comes to infrastructure, because he is planning for the next generation. One of his most recent investments being in the future of clean and reliable energy. In 2023, in partnership with the General Assembly, the governor created and allocated $50 million to the Nuclear Energy Fund, with an additional $10 million allocated in this current year. And in just a few minutes, you will hear more about the fourth project and the second company to receive nuclear energy dollars. So with that, please join me in welcoming my friend and 50th Governor, Bill Lee.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Commissioner texted me early this morning and said, welcome to this day. We're glad it's arrived. This is a truly great day for the state of Tennessee, and I'm grateful for his work, and he is right. This is a very, very important day for our state, and there are so many people who have, frankly, for decades, have been a part of putting in place the pieces that have brought us to today. I'm very honored. Lots of folks in the room here. Senator Blackburn, thank you for your leadership for our country, for our state. And on this issue in particular for our state as well, Congressman Fleischman, you're leaning into this issue for our state has been incredibly important and educational for me. Frankly, you and I have done a lot of work as it relates to creating an environment for the new nuclear industry to thrive in our state. So thank you for that. Lieutenant Governor McNally, your leadership, sir, in this community and in the state is one that's been part of that, what I referred to earlier, the decades of investment to make sure that our community and our state continues to thrive. We have other members of the General Assembly here, important partners, Senator Yeager, Representative Fritz, Representative Reagan, Representative Zachary. I say that because this nuclear fund that we created was because of the decision of the General Assembly to fund that, to invest in it, and to expand it this year. There are members of the Nuclear Advisory Council here that we created a couple of years ago. Thank you for your work. I've known for a long time, as many of you have, that Tennessee is the leader and certainly has had historical place in leading in nuclear energy for our country. In all things nuclear from our countries, from the Manhattan Project to today, this region has been pivotal for the nuclear industry in America and in the world. And there's a new nuclear industry coming, and we know that. There is a need like never before for energy independence in this country, for reliable, safe, cost-effective energy for this country. And there is no conversation about the future of America's energy industry that doesn't include nuclear. And nowadays, there are not many nuclear conversations that don't include Tennessee. And so today I'm very pleased to announce that a major player in the nuclear industry, Orano USA, has made a decision to build their multi-billion-dollar centrifuge uranium enrichment project right here in Oak Ridge. Jean-Luc, you and your team, we are very grateful for the decisions that you have made. You not only are positioning Tennessee along with the other significant companies that have chosen to become part of the ecosystem here for the nuclear industry, you've not only chosen to position us, but you've also, because of this decision, you've changed the lives of Tennesseans. You're changing the lives of the future of Tennesseans, and we are very grateful for that, and we welcome you this morning. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Governor. And so with that great segue, it is now my pleasure to invite the company's president and CEO to the podium to share more about their multi-billion-dollar site investment in Roane County. Jean-Luc, the floor is yours.
Sorry, I think it's pretty high. I'm not as tall as Stuart. So anyway, Commissioner McQuarter, thank you so much for the introduction. Governor Lee, Senator Blackburn, Congressman Flashman, Senator Yeager, Undersecretary Richmond, Lieutenant Governor McNally, Chief Operating Officer Moore, Mayors Gooch, Creswell, and Frank, state, county, and city representatives, colleagues, and honorary guests. As CEO of Orano USA and the representative, thank you, Ashley. As CEO of Orano USA and as a representative of the global Orano Group, it's with extreme pleasure that I'm here today. This is a momentous occasion, and for me, a personal milestone. With this announcement today, we're starting the process to secure the land, the financing from the federal government, and the license to build this much-needed uranium enrichment facility right here in Oak Ridge, Tennessee. For more than 50 years, Orano has supplied uranium fuels to utilities in the US and around the world. Our focus is to ensure that our utility customers, like TVA, can reliably perform their mission of generating steady and clean electricity. This energy is vitally important to power our daily lives and energize economic development. This is an increasing national security imperative. 30 years ago, the United States was the world leader in producing enriched uranium. Today, it produces only 1/3 of what it needs. America now imports enriched uranium from China and Russia, sources that are increasingly less desirable and even restricted. This cannot continue, and we are taking action. To meet the global need for enriched uranium, we are expanding the output of existing French facility. And here in the United States, proactive funding actions by Congress and by the US Department of Energy, along with clear demand from customers, enable us to make this significant decision right here in Tennessee. I would like to thank Senator Blackburn, Congressman Flashman, and Undersecretary Richmond for taking the lead and promoting the construction of new domestic enrichment plants. But why Oak Ridge? Because we're in the secret city, I will tell you a secret. So when we started this process, Oak Ridge was not even on the map of the potential sites for Ike. It was added at a later stage by my good friend Mike Mullis, and guess what? It obviously became our first choice. And why? First, the vision of Governor Lee in the executive order promoting nuclear energy. The results of Governor Lee's policy and the actions of Commissioner McWhorter and his team have been powerful and remarkable. As a result, Eastern Tennessee is home to 154 nuclear energy companies. 154, this is really impressive. But in fact, it was 154 yesterday, because today this number came up to 155 with us, Orano. Second, the support that we have received from Congressman Flashman has been outstanding and energetic. Everybody knows that he's a national champion of restoring US leadership in nuclear energy through financial and industrial legislation. Thank you so much, Congressman Flashman. But also is a very enthusiastic advocate for Tennessee. I understand why. For in the last 5 months, I've been here more than 10 times, and every time I really enjoy being in the great state of Tennessee. And just not in Tennessee, but especially in your community. You have strong and deep ties to nuclear energy, and you're incredibly welcoming. Senator Yeager, Mayors Creswell, Good, Frank, and Justin Snow, and Randy Heyman, thank you so much for your amazing support. When we met for the first time, you showed me this wonderful video about your community. It was called Get Back Home. But to me, that video said, make this our home. But a facility is nothing without capable people. And this region, this state, has a remarkable education program implemented by the state, the counties, UT, Tennessee Tech, One State Community College, the TCATs, and many others. With this program, you provide the education and training for skilled workers, technicians, engineers, staff, and many other jobs that will be needed. Thank you. So let's talk about technology. Once we spin up our centrifuges for the very first time, they will run non-stop for 20 years or more. Think about that for a moment. It means that we'll need a world-class power supply 24/7 for at least 20 years. And who can do this? TVA. Don will be your customer, and we hope that you will be ours in a true industrial partnership for the benefit of the Valley of Tennessee and of the nation. Finally, we are very proud of partnering with the US Department of Energy to clean up and convert one of our sites, set aside originally for Manhattan Project, and repurpose it into one of the largest and state-of-the-art uranium enrichment facilities in the country. So thank you, Jeff Avery, Jay Mullis, Erin Sutton, and Ken Ruder for your amazing support and for what you're doing for the nation. So today is a commencement. There's still a lot of tough work to be done and milestones to be met. But today, we take that first significant step forward together to respond to our nation's critical need for an increased, reliable, and domestic supply of enriched uranium. So we look forward to continuing our successful collaboration, and we're honored and proud to be a Tennessean. Thank you all.
Thank you, Jean-Luc. Welcome to Tennessee. You look good in orange. I know you will. Now I'd like to invite our next speaker and friend, U.S. Senator Marsha Blackburn, to the podium.
What a wonderful day, and I am so thrilled to join all of you. And Jean-Luc, we need to see you at a UT football game with that energy. We've got to cheer these Vols on to victory. Yes, indeed. And this is a project that is going to be so significant for this region. It is exciting to see this take place. And I know the governor, Commissioner McWhorter, have worked on this. Congressman Fleischman did so much deep digging on this project to make it work. And I know everyone else involved is pleased to get this project to this point. One of the reasons I think Tennessee is so attractive to companies as we talk about nuclear is because of the basis that we have right here in this industry. When you think about nuclear in Tennessee, it is 40,000 Tennesseans that work in the nuclear energy. It brings $9.8 billion to our state. And across the state, whether it is here in Oak Ridge or at Arnold Engineering, you've got 200 companies that are nuclear companies that call Tennessee home. And yes, I will have to update my stats. It's 201 as of today. And we're thrilled, just so thrilled with the potential for this project. We're so thrilled with what it means for Tennesseans and for future workers. And indeed, we know we're going to have that workforce here that is going to allow Orano to stay with us for a very long time. Thank you all.
Thank you, Senator. Our next speaker represents Tennessee's 3rd Congressional District. He's already been mentioned several times, and I would say he did indeed play a big role, a very critical role in us being here today. And with